G'day guys and welcome back to GNs_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So for today's video we're going to be doing a bit of a team building guide for the next EZA that's going to be dropping on global. We just got the data download so we know that it is the AGL Bardock. So as you can see here, dropping in 15 hours time, the weakness is Terrifying Conquerors. So category that's sort of fallen away a little bit, I guess, but as we scroll through here, you can see damage reduction against super. So there is actually no type negatives here, I guess. You can bring whatever leader you have access to, which is really handy because there isn't a crazy amount of choices. But anyway, let's jump on into it. So, characters we've got here. So in terms of leaders, we could go with the STR Cooler, the AGL Ginyu, the Int Piccolo, or you could go with the STR Cooler if you didn't have any of those 200% leaders. I know personally I'd be trying to go for one of those 200% if possible. Remember that the EZA is AGL, so STR coolers are probably not really your go-to options there. As we scroll down here, you got your sub leaders. We don't really need to talk about that, but what have we got in terms of options? LRs, this guy will be handy because if we open him up here, go to EZA, he has Pure Saiyan, so he gets the extra damage there. That could be really effective because after his EZA can dish out quite a bit of damage there, so maybe a good option. For defense purposes, you could definitely go with the AGL Golden Freezer. He's going to have that massive damage reduction, so he's always going to be perfect to throw just into like a easy slot 1 for us there. You've got the AGL Nappa Vegeta. You could run them in tandem with the Tech Vegeta. I'm sure that would perform really well there. Got the Tech Demon King Piccolo. He could link up with the Int Piccolo. So again, another option there that could work pretty effectively. The thing with EZAs is you just want to be putting yourself in a situation to have as many good rotations as you can possibly get. Obviously, Ginyu's not on global, but we do have the Int Bardock, so he's a extreme class support. He gets a 50% chance to dodge, so good free-to-play option there. These two would sort of perform all right, I guess. Yeah, STR I'd personally stay away from. I think going with at least type neutral, if not type advantage, is going to be the way to go. You could run but in saying that, if you were happy to incorporate the STR units, you could go with a full Wicked Bloodlines team using the Metal Cooler and get that 200% that way. There's not enough Bardock Boo units, I think, to be able to utilise that. Though you could run the AGL Bardock Deborah in in a rotation with the physical Bardock and Boo there. If you're running an AGL Ginyu team, this guy would definitely be a good option. But as we move into TURs, unless you're going with the LR Nappa and then the Tech Vegeta, this guy's probably not a go-to. The AGL Freezer, definitely one of your go-tos. You can get that active skill. He'll work really well in this EZA, and I'm pretty sure when I did it on JP, I literally just ran him as my friend leader, and he carried. Otherwise here, I guess if you're running an AGL heavy team, you could go with Rildo. He's going to be giving that type support. He could get that guard, which could be pretty effective there. This guy is always going to be awesome for his damage reduction if you don't have the LR. And then the AGL Turlers can be pretty handy with his support as well. So you could definitely build like a sort of Saiyan-based Terrifying Conquerors team for sure, because you've also got these guys. If you're rocking AGL Baby 2, I guess you could go with the Tech Baby here. Free-to-play options here, especially if you were running the Metal Cooler team, could work really well. The rest of these are sort of washes. The Tech Transforming Freezer would definitely work. He's got that healing in there. He gets extra ki when he's going up against a super class enemy, so definitely a really good option you could go with, especially if you're running like a Freezer Cooler based team. Guldo if you're going with the Ginyus, I guess, and then another Golden Freezer if you were needing a defensive option. So if you're running freezers, Dodoria would definitely still work. He's got that really good support. As I mentioned, leader here. I probably wouldn't be running units like a Mund and Raisin, just because you're not going to really base. Well, I guess if you are running a physical Turles team, that could certainly work actually. So definitely not a bad secondary option there. Otherwise, the rest of Int, you got Toa with her support, could be pretty handy. Yeah, the rest of that isn't really blowing me away. As I mentioned, SDR I'd probably avoid unless it was someone like these guys running on an AGL Ginyu team. I guess support-wise, the SDR tours could be pretty handy. And then you've also got the STR Napper if you were running like that pure Saiyan style of team. As you can see, we've also got the physical towers. So he could certainly be an option there. Looking out through the rest of physical, I guess. Yeah, the super strikes actually aren't too bad of options. I feel like they do work reasonably well. I just don't know if they would be like my go-to options unless you were running a running a full sort of freezer style team there. But it's good to keep your options open here. So what we'll do now is I've sort of ran through and rambled about these 6 million different options here, and we'll jump across to the actual game, and I'll showcase to you guys 2 teams that I'm sort of considering running at the moment. So the first team that we've got here is a Int Piccolo Junior team. As I discussed, he's probably sort of my go-to leader for this. I think he's just going to be really, really effective there. Can push out crazy damage, has big bad bosses, so sort of like a win-win there. The next option I've got is the Tech Transforming Freezer. I think, from memory, this EZA wasn't all too insanely hard, but his healing can be really, really handy. The Tech Cooler, from memory, yeah, he is a Terrifying Conqueror's ally support, so handy to bring him along. He's got type advantage, you can sort of just throw him as a floater. We've got the Tech DKP, can use him as an orb changer and a link partner for the Int Piccolo, so I think that'll work really effectively, and if you're getting his damage reduction, I'm sure he'll be really fine. We've got the AGL Golden Freezer, LR, massive stats with huge damage reduction, so that's going to work really well, especially considering he can perform multiple super attacks too. And then we've also got the AGL LR Baby. I spoke about him just before, but as you can see, you've got the performing a crit chance plus 40% when going up against a pure Saiyan. So with that, we should be able to dish out some really big damage. And when you look at it, we've actually, I don't think you are... Yeah, you're not big bad bosses. So we've just got the 3 units on the team that don't have big bad bosses. So that means we've got 4 that do. It's going to be pretty regular that we're able to get that link active and pump out some extra damage with these guys here. So the other team that I do have is sort of like an more pure Saiyan based team, and it's what I was discussing before. So we've got the physical Turles as our leader here. We've got the Tech Great Ape Vegeta. I think he'll probably carry a large portion of the damage. We've then got the AGL Vegeta and Nappa. Pretty solid EZA there. Got the AGL Turles, who can be really, really useful with his... He's got a good link set, and also being... Actually, no, you wouldn't be able to run AGL Turles. I always forget that you have to actually utilize... Yeah, I forgot that. You actually can't use units of the same name. So I guess you could bring in something like that. I guess isn't really the end of the world. Raditz would have type advantage, or if you switch this across, you can go in the pure Saiyans aspect. If you have King Vegeta, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. King Vegeta could work, or you could go with something like that. King Vegeta would definitely be the best option, but yeah, something like that, or the Great Ape Turles would work as well. Then we've just got a Mon and Raisin here, really useful unit, and then Diaz and Cacao. So 2 team builds, hopefully one of them is sort of able to help you guys, and you can certainly combine a mixture of these together, and I think you'll be able to smash it out and get those stones in your pockets. So let me know what type of team you're going to be using down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.